Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with a Facebook and YouTube live weather update on this Monday evening. I hope everybody's Monday evening is going well and so far very quiet. It's about to get a little noisier out there, courtesy of Mother Nature, as some showers and thunderstorms that right now are moving across the lake. They've been pounding away over Wisconsin and now moving into Chicago as they make their way toward us here in West Michigan. We'll see them coming up soon. Chris, as always, first, thanks for being here. I appreciate it very much. Hello to you, Kenny. Thank you for being here as well. We'll let some folks get into the room, and once we get up to about 100 or so, then I'll squeeze that back. We'll get right to our agenda. You can see what's on the way for us here. Constantine in the house. Hello. St. Joe County. Jason, thanks for being here. Let's see. Looks like we got to do a little gardening here on the feed, so that's pretty cool. But we can do that. Kathy, hello to you in Sturgis. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it very much. Craig, wasn't that warmer weather crazy? That's for sure. It is definitely something, right? Lots of folks say that they're all right with it. Some folks say that they're not. I just want to say it's warm. How about that? It does look a little busy. Graham, thanks for being here. Jennifer and Marshall, Desiree, Sharon in Sturgis, hello. Marlon in Texas Corners, and Amanda, what a beautiful day. You got that right. Sun was beautiful with the warm temperatures. Terry says, I want snow. I don't know, Terry. Time's running out for you. Lisa, you're very welcome. And Craig says, no more cold weather. Well, let's get right to it. We're up to getting close to 200 now in the room, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you, all of you, for being here. And let's get right to it. I'll squeeze myself back a little bit so we can go right there on the live update here. Goodbye, record heat. That's right. Another record warm day. But that story is about to be eclipsed by these thunderstorms that are going to be moving in pretty soon. Casey, watching from Ceresco, bring on the big booms. I don't think they're going to be that big, but they'll be making a little bit of noise. Paula, hello to you. Thanks for checking in. Richland in the house. G. Lynn, thanks for being here. I know it's not going to snow tomorrow like it did last week when we get colder. Ryan, hello to you as always. Glenn, hello. Shannon, always good to see you. Jennifer, I'll do what I can, but next few days are going to be a little more unsettled. All right, we're up to about 250, so let's go. Goodbye, record heat. Showers and thunderstorms moving through. We're going to be changing the weather outlook there. And actually, overall, after today, it's a jacket chilly week. Now, we're still talking temperatures that will be warmer than average temperatures, but they're going to be much cooler than what we've had with some late week showers on the way. Let's start off with that bus stop forecast. You'll see what we're looking at here. Off to school, I think it's actually going to be just a little bit warmer than it will be when they come back, moving it back up just a little bit. There you see what I'm talking about. As they go off to school, we're looking at about 52 degrees, and that's where I think we'll see some showers and also a few thunderstorms. And then when they come back home, I think it will start to dry out just a bit. So we'll be mainly cloudy, but notice our temps are going to hold steady, maybe even go down just a little bit during the day. Here's why. Those showers and thunderstorms that you're going to be hearing from overnight, we're going to go hour by hour in just a few seconds. Those showers and storms will be right ahead of a cold front that's going to be bringing in the cooler air. So we say sayonara 70s and hello to the 50s with overnight lows, by the way, as I'll show you the 7-day coming up, dipping down into the 30s. How about those records for today? I want to deal with those record high temperatures first, and then we're going to move on to the thunderstorms that are moving in. Battle Creek, new record high today. Breaking the one that was set back in 1983. By the way, courtesy National Weather Service office for these stats here. Grand Rapids at 70, another record high. Muskegon, 67. Look at Lansing at 69. That broke the record that was today 130 years old. And by the way, Lansing didn't just break the record. Lansing smashed it. The record high for this date in Lansing was 64 degrees. 64 degrees set way back in 1894, 150 years ago. Let me make sure I got that data right. Yeah, 150 years ago. That record is gone now. A new record. And Kalamazoo tied the record high today at 72. By the way, if you're wondering, Holland did not set a record today or tie it. All right, temperatures right now, we're still very mild. If you've stepped outside, I know I did. When I stepped outside to go grab something to eat right after the newscast at 6, or 6:30 actually, 7 o'clock. The first thing I noticed was like, this is how it's going to feel in May when we're in the 60s. Still 70 degrees right now in Muskegon. In fact, would that be a new record high for Muskegon? Yeah. So Muskegon, you're still setting new records. I didn't even notice that until right now. So at 70 degrees, Muskegon, right now you're setting the record. Grand Rapids and Battle Creek and Lansing all set those records earlier today. Muskegon, you just set a new record at 70 degrees. And by the way, speaking of smashing records, that smashes the old record. I mean, it obliterates it. The old record was set in 1992, 32 years ago, at 62 degrees. So this isn't just setting a new record as in like, oh, we just barely squeaked by it. This is smashing the old record by 8 degrees. That is, again, just a sign of how impressive this warmth is. And by the way, Muskegon hitting 70 degrees right ahead of these thunderstorms coming in. Look at that, Ed, down there in Dayton, Tennessee. Dayton, Tennessee. Isn't that crazy? Right now at 60 degrees. Everybody in West Michigan, I think, is just about above that. Yeah, Jason, that record high for Lansing was 130 years ago today. I don't think, Tricia, we're going to see severe weather, so that's good news. Let's get right to it. This is like live Doppler radar. I do think it's going to be a little noisy, and you can easily see where the cold front is. Look at all of that lightning. I mean, it is just lighting up the map here, all the way up now around Traverse City. My good friends up there at Up North Live are seeing these thunderstorms rolling right on into Traverse City, and then they go right down the lakeshore, right past Frankfort, right past Pentwater, right past Ludington, and now knocking on the door of Muskegon. And there are more, as you can see, off to the west where that came from. Now, the individual cells, you'll notice, are moving southwest to northeast, but the line itself is going to be pushing off to the east, and that's what's going to bring it right over us. When? Well, let's go hour by hour. It initializes pretty well. Remember, if you're a Facebook Live veteran here, YouTube Live veteran here on my Facebook and YouTube Lives, then you know when we talk about looking at a model, and the model starts in this case at 9 o'clock, and it initializes well, meaning it pretty much has a good depiction on where things are. So we're at the get-go. We're looking pretty good with the model. That gives us some confidence. Now let's roll it forward. Stopping the clock here at 11 o'clock, only going up 2 hours. And again, the individual cells, notice they're moving southwest to northeast, but the line itself is going to be pushing off to the east. But by 11 o'clock, looks like Muskegon, you're going to be getting a visit from some of these thunderstorms, and they're going to stretch all the way up to Traverse City. In fact, all the way up to about the bridge there in Mackinac. Now, let's roll our clock forward. Notice we're still relatively mild. Now, Muskegon, you got that rain coming down at 53. Everybody else, including Kalamazoo and Battle Creek and Marshall and GR and Three Rivers and Sturgis, all in the low 60s. A little cooler closer to the lakeshore, but you get the idea. Still much warmer than average. I want you to keep an eye on that temperature profile as we go forward. Don't just look at the rain. Look at the temperatures, too. Notice mid to upper 50s away from the lake by 3 o'clock in the morning as those showers are now starting to move across West Michigan. Kalamazoo, starting to hear a little rumble or two of thunder. Grand Rapids, the same. Battle Creek, it's almost at you. Now we roll our clock and we stop it, boom, right here at 7 o'clock. Notice the temperatures. Whereas right now in Muskegon, you're at 70 degrees. This is talking about 7 o'clock in the morning. 10 hours from now, you'll be 30 degrees cooler at 41. 41 in Fremont and Big Rapids. 40s now in Grand Rapids and Allegan, where right now we're in the 60s. Kalamazoo, where right now, Battle Creek, where right now we're in the 60s. Well into the 60s. We're going to be dipping into the low 50s. So what happens, this, by the way, means at the bus stop in the morning, it's going to be wet. There could be a thunderstorm or two, but I think most of that is going to be moving off to the east. I think it's going to be moving off to the east. So that's something to keep in mind. Looking at you, Chris, over there on the east side of the state. Looking over you, Mike, over there on the east side of the state. So probably you're going to get some of these boomers coming through at about the morning commute. But for the rest of West Michigan, it's going to be wet at the bus stop. It's going to be wet for the commute. And once again, I want to underscore, not looking for any severe weather. I think there's going to be a lot of noise with this, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of severe weather. By noon, this is all shifting off to the east. It's all shifting off to the east. Remember our temperatures? Remember right now we're well into the 60s. How about upper 40s to low 50s? And notice as I run my clock here until about 6 o'clock in the evening, The temps don't move very much. So they're going to start to crash or drop, if you will, once those thunderstorms come through overnight. And so it is going to be that the warmest part of the day tomorrow, Tuesday, is actually going to be right at about midnight or shortly afterward. Now, we're going to dip into the upper 40s, low 50s by about noontime. That'll be after the showers move out. So the rain's going to be here about 12-ish hours. We're going to get a bit of a soaker. All right, going to get a bit of a soaker. I think we could have some pockets of some heavier rain. I should have done a little bit of this research earlier, and I apologize, just to try to get an idea of how much rain we're looking at. Again, it depends on which model you're going to be looking at here. We're looking at, we could get maybe 2/3 of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. That's a healthy little amount there, which we need it, by the way. Get this. I was today years old. I'm just kidding. I really hadn't been thinking about the drought monitor. And so today I noticed on the drought monitor that most of the state is abnormally dry, and part of the state, northwest corner, northwest, sort of the lower, and then a lot of the UP is at a mild drought. So that's something to keep in mind. We need a little bit of that rain, right? So like I said, it looks like one model is giving us about 2/3 of an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. That would be the GFS. The NAM is not as happy with it, not as much. We're only going maybe 2/10 of an inch, something like that. Regardless, it's all out of here by the time we get to noon. And then in the afternoon, mainly cloudy, but our temperatures are going to stay a little bit on the cooler side. Mike, happy Monday to you too. Michelle, beautiful day today. You're very welcome. Thanks for the thanks. Ryan, got that grass. It's going to start greening up with some rain coming through here. Alicia, good evening to you. Damien, hello. Gorgeous day for sure. Paul in Battle Creek, thanks for checking in. Peg, same to you. Hello, Joanne. We need the snow. Yeah, we need the snow. And we need at least we need some rain. Believe it or not, we don't often say that this time of year, but we need something to get that ground a little bit wetter there. Vicky, hello to you. Justin, it could be. John and Manistee at 68 degrees today. Is that crazy? 68 degrees today in Manistee for March the 4th. And now, John, you've got 45 in a thunderstorm. Okay, you're getting a jump on what everybody else is looking at. There you see tonight, temps, once we get past those thunderstorms, which are going to be moving out in the during the overnight period, tomorrow morning, we're going to see those temperatures drop to about 50. And then they're going to be staying right around 50. I think I might have 55 on here, 56. I'm going to downgrade that. I think we're just going to hold it at 50. Showers, maybe some storms. That's mainly going to be in the morning. As I showed you on the hour by hour, by the time we get to noon, this is going to be winding down. In fact, it probably will be over. I think our window of opportunity for seeing rain is going to be 10, 11 o'clock next hour or two, Muskegon way, up to Manistee. You already seen it, John, in Manistee. Thanks for that report, by the way. Excellent report. And then between midnight and, say, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have those showers sort of traipsing across West Michigan from west to east. It's going to be wet at the bus stop. It's going to be wet for your commute tomorrow. Book it. You already know that. So make plans accordingly. Give yourself some extra time and make sure to have the rain gear ready to go. By noon, it's out of here. And also by noon, our temps have fallen about 10 to 15 degrees. Not cold, mind you, but colder than what we had today. And so we're looking at mid to late afternoon temps tomorrow, only around 50 degrees. And that's going to be about 20 degrees cooler than today, but that's still 10 degrees warmer than what's typical for this time of year. What's the typical high? There you see it on the 7-day forecast. 41 is our typical high. We've got to remind ourselves of that because even here, looking at the 7-day, even after we cool off, look at the 7-day and you see that we continue to be warmer than average until about Sunday or so, when I think we'll finally get some seasonably cooler air in here. In the meantime, showers tomorrow, mainly in the morning. Breaking the action for Wednesday, Thursday. I think we have a chance for showers Friday and into Saturday, and then turning cooler in here on Sunday. That's a look at your Ciliotity 7-day forecast. 71 degrees there in Cole and Connie. Crazy warmth. Mert, hello to you. Marjorie, beautiful day today. Looking forward to hearing thunder tonight. Hey, some folks can sleep to it, right? Some folks can sleep to it, and I hope that you're one of them. Danny, you got 62 degrees, still warm and not pleasant. I think I saw your post earlier where you said you had some lightning or could hear some thunder. Those 60s are about to be gone. Those 60s are about to be gone. Danny, thanks for that report. I appreciate it. They're from the land of the Chippewas. Melissa, hello to you in South Haven. Thanks for checking in. Adrian, hey, hello to you. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it very much. I'll get back to you, by the way. Judith, no repeat of last week. You don't have to worry about that. No repeat of last week on 2 counts. 1, there's not going to be any severe weather with these storms. Not expecting that. And 2, looking at some cooler air, yes, but not like last week. Remember last week? We had the severe weather followed by a winter weather advisory with snow. Crazy. It's not going to be a repeat of last week, Judith. Jason, right now, I think we're sitting on 25-ish, something like that, inches of snow. I mean, we're down a lot. Kathy, 70 indicator, 60 in Bronson right now. Damien, thanks for the thanks. Cal, I am doing well, and I hope you are too. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that and for the good wishes. Ashley says no more snow, ? Looking ahead, not a big snow. I don't see that coming. It's crazy what climate change is doing with our weather. Leah, you're correct. You're correct. And adding El Nino into that mix, a strong El Nino, we had the recipe for very, very warm temperatures. Now, get this. Just looked at the CPC, their latest climate data, their projection for El Nino, the Southern Oscillation, calling for a transition from the strong El Nino that we have right now to a neutral El Nino / La Nina by about the end of May, early June, and then by the end of summer, transitioning into a La Nina. So then we'll be talking about something different. But for now, one takeaway is it looks like the summer is likely to be neutral with respect to El Nino or La Nina. By the way, we are working on a weather special that will have our spring weather forecast, our summer forecast, temps, precipitation, and also we'll look at some severe weather safety and severe weather tips as well. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. Elise, hello to you. Jen in Marshall. Thanks. And I know you don't believe me. I'm going to get out there to see your folks out there. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate that. Sue, thanks for the thanks. And Joanne, good luck getting to work every day as these next 6 months go on. Yeah, I totally hear you there. They close more and more of the local roads. Oh, my goodness. It was like Roadmageddon, I'll call it today. You know, there's nowhere you can turn now without finding some of those construction cones. Michelle, you're welcome. Elise, we'll have to see what a La Nina might bring our way. It depends in large part on how strong it might be, but we'll keep you up to speed on that. Jennifer, hello to you. Mike, thanks for the thanks. And let's see, Treya, missing the snow. I think it might be gone. Never want to say that this early in March, but I'm looking 2 weeks out, and I see maybe there could be a little light stuff, but not a lot. We'll see. I understand, Jen. I wouldn't believe me either, but you'll see when I get there. Ron, getting storms south of GR. Yeah, we are already starting to see some of that. Let's see, Eddie. Are the storms going to be bad like last week? No. They're not going to be severe. Not looking for severe weather. Storms, yes. Severe, no. Mert, good night, and you're very welcome. Pickleball outside. Jill, I need to pick that sport up there so I can, quit being sedentary. So I'll do that. I just don't want to hurt myself. I'm just kidding. I think it'd be fun. I'd love to watch it. Kara, 65, still on the east side of South Haven. Kara, you've got still a few more hours in the 60s before things change. Let's see. Treya, that's very nice. Thanks. I'm glad that you do. I appreciate that. Sharon, we've had snow in April. We've had snow in early May. So that's why I say we're not done just yet. Jerry, hey, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much. Patty, hello in Coldwater. Thanks for checking in there from the heart of Branch County. Appreciate that very, very much. I know I will have to, Jill. I'll have to do that. Kylie, hey, good to see you. And I hope your little one's doing well. Carol, yeah, it's been a little while, but we'd sometimes get it. Jeannie and Hartford. Stephanie, hello to you. Perfect sleeping weather. I think so. Thanks very much. You're very kind, Jason. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Ryan, too early to do woodworking outside. Well, tomorrow it's going to be too wet to do that woodworking outside there in Jackson, because I know that's where you are, Ryan. Susan, an open window night? Maybe so, yeah. And Tammy, hello in Matawan. Tina in Brooklyn. Hey, right there in the Irish Hills. Thanks for checking in, Tina. Trey, can we have one more snowstorm? Not going to rule it out. Not going to rule it out. Oh, that's funny, Kylie. I remember when I used to drive my little ones around in the car just to get them to go to sleep. William and Marquette. Listen, speaking of, I was just talking to somebody today, Lorna and Ashtamo. Thank you so much, William and Marquette. Just talking to somebody today about how the lack of snow with the unseasonably warm temperatures, the uncommonly warm temperatures, go all the way up to Marquette. Marquette right now, I don't need to be telling you, but is sitting on half the snow that they normally get at this time. And get this, south of Marquette in Ironwood, which last year at this time, Ironwood was sitting on about 180 inches of snow, which, by the way, is only a little bit more than average. Right now, Ironwood has 35 inches of snow for the season. 35 inches of snow instead of what's typical, about 150 to 160. It's crazy. Numbers up north especially are just crazy. Rojas, is there going to be another tornado? No problem with that. Karen, hello in BC. And Brandon, hello to you in Hastings. I'm going to check on out of here. Oh, yeah, I remember that snow in May 1989, Jill. I honestly do. Because that was my first winter or spring in West Michigan. And I remember somebody saying it never snows in May. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, it always snows in May. It was 1 for 1. Vicky, hello to you. Sean and Aaron, hello to both of you as well. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate on out of here. I'll be live at 10 o'clock. That's 33 minutes on ARC West Michigan. And an hour 33, I'll be live on News Channel 3. I hope to see you there. That's at 11 o'clock. Don't forget, my good buddy Jeff is in the morning, 4:30 to 9 a.m. with live rain and storm updates. Must-see TV. But I can tell you right now, you need to prep for rain in the morning. Prep for it at the bus stop. Prep for it on your commute. And make sure that you drive and dress as you should whenever we have that kind of weather. It is going to be cooler tomorrow. I would probably say a layer under the jacket, under the raincoat would come in handy. Maybe even a heavier layer too. We'll be right around 50 during the day tomorrow. Don't forget, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Threads, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I got them all covered. Facebook is WWMT's Keith Thompson. YouTube, Threads, Twitter, and Instagram are all at the @Weatherman Keith, lowercase, one word. Jennifer got the breeze going there in Otsego. No, Sarah, your son will not be able to ride his bike to school tomorrow. Will not. You had 2 feet May 2nd of last year, William. Well, I wouldn't count it out just yet. Ron, hello to you. You're very welcome. Damien, have a good night. I hope so. I hope that you do. Jennifer, good evening to you. Alicia, hello. Jason, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Elise, I hope you have a good night. And Angie, what's going on in Kalamazoo? Just warm right now. Showers and a thunderstorm or 2 overnight, non-severe. And then it's going to be raining tomorrow morning as well. 50s this time of year is wearing shorts and flip-flops. I hear you. You're very welcome, Elise. Thanks for the thanks. And Tricia, nice breeze coming in the windows near Watervliet. Thanks for checking in northern Berrien County. Love Watervliet. Thank you very much, Tricia. Chris, thank you. And you're very welcome. All right, everybody, get some good rest. Don't forget, tomorrow morning it's going to be wet. Take it easy. Let's get a lot of rest. We made it past Monday. That's good news. So let's hit Tuesday hard so we can knock it out. We'll get to Wednesday, and then, it's hump day. And after that, we're looking for another weekend. Good night, everybody. Again, thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.